Quadratic formula. Did it again. Forgot to move this thing over. All right, so quadratic formula is a way that we can solve any quadratic for its x-intercepts, or zeros in some cases. It's not doing what I want it to do. Whatever, I'll put it up here. Okay, that's fine. If you want to see how it's derived or play with how it's derived, here is derivation of the quadratic formula. It is this guy down here. It comes from completing the square. I'm not going to go over how this equation is derived or created or formed, but the last unit when we did complete the square, which is all this stuff here, that's where it comes from. So we're going to use the a, b, and c value of a standard form quadratic, put those values into an equation, and we'll get both of the x-intercepts or the zeros. So I'm going to go to the assignment, get started with it. So the first thing you want to always do is have the quadratic formula next to you so you can look at it. And I'm going to try and give myself some space here. Okay, that should be enough space. Let's see how this goes. So quadratic formula is negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. At some point, if you keep practicing this, you will memorize that equation. I know it sounds crazy, but you will get it memorized if you do it enough times. First, we need to have this in standard form. It is not in standard form. It needs to equal 0. So to do that, we need to move our 7x squared to the other side. So we're going to subtract 7x squared from both sides. And now be careful, you do not add it to that. Those are not like terms. There's a 1 there. They are separate. They are different. These do cancel out. This side now equals 0. We're going to rewrite the equation in standard form with the x squared first, and that is negative 7. And then we want our x, so 1 following x squared, and our 9 is last, followed by our 0. Now we're going to go through and identify our a, b, and our c value. First term is a, second term is b, last term is c. So a is negative 7, b is positive 7, and c is positive 9. Now you're going to take those three numbers and put it into the equation. I will encourage you to basically write the equation again, but without the letters, without b, a, or c. So we'll do negative and put parentheses instead. Square root, parentheses, something squared, minus 4, parentheses, parentheses, all over 2 times parentheses. Now we're going to go through and fill in our a, b, and c. So our a value is negative 7. We have an a here and an a down below. Our b value is positive 7. Our b is here, and our b is there. And finally, there's only one c that we need to input. I'll do that in black. 9, and that goes there. Now we're going to go through and do the basic arithmetic, the basic math. We have a negative 7 in front, plus minus 7 squared. That's 7 times 7. That is 49. Then we have negative 4 times negative 7 times positive 9. That number's going to get a little big, so I'm going to use a calculator to make sure I get it right. We have negative 4 times negative 7 times 9, and I get 252. So plus 252. All over 2 times negative 7, which is negative 14. Now we need to do a little bit more math. Let's do what's inside of our radical, our square root. That is 252 plus 49, or 49 plus 252, and we get 301. all over negative 14. Now let's see if we have an answer. I think it's actually going to be D down here. Because we have a negative sign in front of both these 7 and 14, we can convert them to positive signs, use both. So we'll have 7 plus minus square root 301 all over 14. And I'm pretty sure that's D down there. I'm going to scroll down, but I have to get rid of this drawing. So let's go check D and see if that's the exact same answer as that. And there it is. It is D. I zoomed in earlier, so it's, whoops. I need to zoom out. Boom. And there we go. I'll do one more of these, and then I'll let you guys start working on them. Okay. So we have our equation. It is equal to 0, but it's not written in standard form. Our 6x squared is in the middle. So I'm going to rewrite that to where that's in front. So we get negative 6x squared minus 3x plus 6 equals 0. And remember, our equation is negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times ac all over 2 times a. I'm going to write the equation again with my parentheses instead. I recommend you do this until you get better at it. And then you can kind of take some shortcuts as you get better. That space. Hope that's enough space. All over 2 times parentheses. All right. So remember, it's in order of A, B, C. So here is our A. Should do that lowercase, actually. A. So negative 6 goes in here and down there. Our B is negative 3. So notice we have 2 negatives in a row. That's going to turn positive. I just want to mention it right now. As well as this negative 3. It's squared. So negative 3 times negative 3 will also turn positive. And finally, we'll do the last one in green. That is a 6, right? It looks funky. There's only one C value. That's the very end. Now let's go through and do some basic math. Negative 3 becomes positive 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. I've already talked about both those things. Then we have negative 4 times negative 6. This is positive 24. And positive 24 times 6 is 144. Use a calculator if you don't know that, or can't do it in your head, which is fine. And the bottom is 2 times negative 6, which gives me negative 12. 9 plus 144. Hold on 1 second. So plus 9 gives me 153. Looking at this, I wonder if it's D again. Hold on. Okay, let's just do the math. Okay, so we get 3 plus minus square root 153 all over negative 12. Oh, that's why. Okay. So far we're good. This square root 153, it's a previous assignment, actually the first one of this unit when we had to simplify radicals. We need to do that. We need to go through our perfect square list and divide. We can divide 153 by 9. And that equals 17. So it's this number and that number will be our new square roots. So this is a little tricky, so please pay attention here. So I'm running out of space. I'm actually going to erase some of this stuff to need more space. Okay. So we get 3 plus minus our 2 new square roots. Square root of 9 times square root of 17 all over negative 12. Now our square root of 9 becomes 3. So 3 plus minus 3 square root 17 all over negative 12. So I'll do 12. I'm going to erase that and my arrow and erase this too. Now that I have it rewritten. Over negative 12. Now, what you need to notice, which can be challenging, is this number and this number and this number are all divisible by 1 or the same number, which is 3. We can write 1 plus minus 1 square root 17. And negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. And you'll notice that's the exact same answer as this. Okay, the 1 in front of here we don't need to write. So our answer in this question is C. Okay, I'm done with this video.